Hot flashes holding you hostage at work? You are not alone. Millions of talented women are going through the menopausal transition right now, impacting their careers and happiness. But guess what? Menopause can be a time of incredible power and transformation. So buckle up because we are going to turn on our menopausal superpowers in the workplace. Now, I totally nerded out for this video. I mean, over 50 sources, including recent major reports and articles. So this video is packed with valuable information, including shocking statistics, key findings, top workplace recommendations, and exclusive tips, all to supercharge your menopausal superpowers in the workplace. So stick around to the end to discover how to implement these strategies, not only to support yourself, but also to take your team or organization to new heights. So let's dive right in. I am going to share with you just a few of the highlights from recent major reports and articles focused on menopause in the workplace from sources like the Society for Human Resource Management, the Mayo Clinic, Bank of America, Time Magazine, Fortune, and many others. So, did you know there are 75 million women in the United States in some stage of the menopausal transition? 75 million in either perimenopause, menopause, or postmenopause, and that 20% of the workforce are in one of those phases of the menopause transition. 20%. Did you know that women of menopausal age are the fastest growing segment in the workforce? And that there is a staggering economic impact of untreated menopause symptoms, an estimated $26.6 billion annually due to lost productivity and health expenses, according to the Mayo Clinic report. In the Bank of America report, 45% of survey respondents said that menopause symptoms impact their ability to sleep. 30% said menopause affects their mental health and mood. 20% their physical health. 17% said their ability to focus on work, and 9% said their career progression. In another report, the State of Menopause 2024, 42% of respondents said that their symptoms have dampened their ambition. But here's a kicker. Ironically, 80% considered the topic to be too personal to discuss. In the SHRM report, 13% of survey respondents quit their jobs and 15% considered doing so due to menopausal symptoms. The report continues, and I quote, alarmingly, this trend scales the corporate hierarchy, affecting 31% of first-level supervisors, 36% of mid-level managers, and 43% of senior executives. Let that soak in. So, with over 1 million new women reaching menopause each year in the United States alone, and to put that in perspective, that's more than 6,000 every day, and most of those women being in the workforce, it is crucial to address these issues head on. Millions of women are suffering in silence, trying to simultaneously manage menopause symptoms, stigma, and their careers. Too many are undereducated about menopause and unprepared for how it can affect them in life and at work. And the menopausal transition often impacts women who are reaching peaks in their careers when they are most highly experienced and skilled. However, women in this age group frequently lack the support needed to manage menopausal symptoms, leading many to reduce their responsibilities at work or leave the workplace entirely. Many women may be opting out of the leadership development pipeline, which may be an unrecognized reason for the paucity of women in senior leadership positions. The lost human capital may be staggering. And so a big question is, how do we help women of all life stages comfortably and confidently bring their best selves to work? And I would add, to all areas of their life. So I combed through these reports and articles for their recommendations to improve workplace conditions related to menopause, and I have synthesized the top 10 that are most common and that seem to have the most consensus. The first recommendation is to provide training and education to reduce stigma and taboos and increase understanding of menopause for staff, management, and leadership, to offer workshops, webinars, and information sessions on menopause regularly. And this quote from the Bank of America report sort of sums it up. Reducing the stigma around menopause is the most crucial thing businesses can do. The second recommendation is to offer comprehensive coverage for affordable menopause support, including medical and holistic options such as hormone replacement therapy, preventative screening, specialist visits, and non hormone options. The third recommendation is to review and update organization policies to be inclusive of menopause needs and be sure that they align with current research and best practices. The fourth recommendation, be sure policies and benefits are communicated across the organization. It seemed that in many of the reports, it was indicated that even though some organizations had these benefits and policies, employees didn't know that they were there. Anyway, so the fifth recommendation is that employers should ensure that employees are not discriminated against, marginalized, or dismissed because of their menopause symptoms. And that is a huge issue. The sixth recommendation is to create an open and inclusive culture that supports employees going through the menopausal transition. And the seventh recommendation is that employers should consider flexible work arrangements such as hybrid work, working from home, or more flexible hours, as well as accommodations such as moving desks to cooler areas, providing fans, or allowing more frequent breaks. The eighth recommendation is that employers should promote a healthy lifestyle in the workplace, both physically and mentally. And the ninth recommendation is prioritize supporting women in leadership roles during their menopausal transition. Implement mentorship or coaching programs. An NIH study found that work life coaching improved menopausal symptoms significantly. And then the last one is to regularly assess needs of employees and make necessary adjustments to improve support and reduce barriers. In other words, to monitor and evaluate. And so by adopting these strategies, you'll improve employee well being and enhance productivity, retention, and overall company reputation. When women feel supported, they're more likely to bring their best selves to work, and that benefits everyone. And so I hope you found value in those statistics, findings, and recommendations. And now I just want to share with you just a few insights, observations, and a couple of dirty secrets that are really important here at Turn on Your Menopausal Superpower. And the first one is, and I am passionate about this, is that most of the suffering women are experiencing during the menopausal transition is unnecessary. We suffer because of stigma, taboos, ignorance, and denial. There are so many misconceptions about menopause, and what we don't know does hurt us. Menopause is so much more than just hot flashes. And so we suffer because of lack of knowledge, support, and empowerment. And that's a huge area of opportunity for us to address. Number two is that women feel gaslit and are getting gaslit. And when we do finally seek help and support, including from doctors, we are having our symptoms dismissed. Sometimes we're told, oh, you just have to deal with it, suck it up sort of messaging. And part of this is because, and this is a dirty secret, doctors get little or no training in menopause in medical school. And this is true for other specialists, whether it's therapists or other kinds of providers. And so women need to know that it's very important to seek out menopause specialists during this transition. And number three, that, and this is another dirty secret, that just because an organization is predominantly female does not necessarily mean that it is more supportive to women going through the menopausal transition. And I am speaking from personal experience. All organizations, regardless of gender composition, there is a need for training, empowerment across the board. And number four, while most of the recommendations included accommodations like fans, and cooler environments or flexible hours, none of the reports or articles addressed structural issues when it comes to supporting women. And by that, I mean staffing, budget, resource allocation to women, especially in leadership roles. I can't tell you how many women senior executives, directors, and managers that I have worked with who had little or nothing in the way of a personal staff that was dedicated to supporting them, or who had totally inadequate budgets and resources to be successful with ease. And this lack of support, while taking on increasing responsibilities, plus menopause, is a perfect storm. It's a perfect setup, and why so many women are burning out or dropping out at this critical stage in their career, even though they are at the peak of their expertise and influence. So when I work with women, these are key areas that we focus on. And so those are just a few observations and dirty secrets that I wanted to add to the compiled official recommendations. So there are menopausal superpowers. That is, if you learn the secrets to turn them on. But if you don't, the price can be very high, especially in the workplace. So if you enjoyed this presentation, you can download the free summary that includes the statistics, findings, recommendations, and those 50 sources that I geeked out on in the link in the description below. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. And if you are looking for more tailored support, Turn On Your Menopausal Superpowers offers a variety of services to satisfy your needs, including one-on-one work-life coaching to help you navigate this transition like a boss, compelling and empowering menopausal trainings for managers and staff, and consultation to help organizations to implement these recommendations to maximum benefit and impact. So thank you for watching. I'm Lil Glanvin, Turn On Your Menopausal Superpowers, your go-to for optimism, inspiration, and empowerment when it comes to menopause, from peri to post.